Hey, do you guys remember when the Israelites were trapped at the Red Sea and they thought their only option was to either surrender or destruction? They thought they only had two options, either to surrender or destruction. They had no idea that God would part the Red Sea. That's just like us. We always think God can only come one way to rescue us. We think that He can only come one way. We forget that His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. We can't think on His level. We don't have that same capacity. So when we run into trouble, we think God can only come one way. We put limits on God. Now, think about that. We put limits on the Almighty, the creator of the universe, the one who put the stars in the sky, who made the ocean, all the animals. But we have the nerves, no, the audacity to put limits on God. What is that about? What is that about? At what point will we just put our whole trust in God? Let's talk about this for a little while. Let's just talk about this. I want to start out with God ways are higher than our ways. I've already said that. Is as Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. He's saying, don't even think you're on my level. You're nowhere near what my level is. You can't even think about outthinking me. So you might as well put that matter down. So when we have a problem and we say we give it to God, let's just give it to God. We can't do anything with it. It's bigger than us, but it's not bigger than Him. We forget. God operates beyond human understanding. While we may expect the solution to come through familiar methods, God's wisdom often leads to unexpected answers that exceeds our imagination. Have you ever encountered a situation that you didn't know how you were going to get out of it, but yet and still God made a way out of no way? He used people. He showed you favor. He granted you favor with people who maybe didn't even like you or didn't even understand you, and He still made a way out of no way. Yeah. God uses unexpected methods. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. That's Exodus 14:14. Yeah, we just need to learn how to be still and just trust in God. Faith requires letting go of control. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. That's Proverbs 3:5. So this means trusting God means releasing your expectations and allowing Him to work in His time and His way. See, we don't like that. We don't like being on God's timing, because we always want to do what? We want to rush it. We want that microwave success. We live in a society. I gotta have it right now. I need it. I gotta have it today. Yesterday is too late. It's crazy, and that is the way that we think now, and it's not good, because we just for some reason think immediate. Right now, Lord, do it for me right now. We even pray like that. Lord, right now, do it for me right now, Lord. Do it. Release your power right now. God probably like, who do they think they are? Telling me right now. You haven't even prayed all day, but yet you want to tell me right now. You haven't even fasted all year, but yet you're telling me right now. You haven't even given me all. You haven't surrendered all to me, but you're telling me right now. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do, and we just need to learn how to just turn over that control to God. When we say we trust Him, we really need to trust Him. And we need to stop putting God in a box. We put God in a box, you know. We limit Him, and that's no due justice to Him, who we say He is. We say He's almighty. We say He's omnipotent. We say He's excellent in all He does, but yet we want to box Him in. We got to throw away that thinking. We got to throw away that thinking. And once we say we believe, and He only requires the faith of a mustard seed. Do you know a mustard seed is so small? It's a smidget. If you could just have a smidget of hope, a smidget of faith, that whatever you're asking for, that He's going to do it, you just have to trust and believe. At what point are you willing to trust? At what point are you willing to believe? At what point are you willing to relinquish your all in all to Him? Just surrender all of it to Him and stop trying to go back and pick it back up. Once we give it, leave it. Leave it all on the altar. Leave it there. You can't handle it. Your child has been acting up for the last year, and you've done everything you can think to do. You've spoken to the child. You've done counseling with the child. You've done this one-on-one coaching. You tried to show love and everything. You've done everything you can think of. Give it to God. Give it to God. Continue to show love and patience, but give it to God. Surrender. Give that child back to God, just like Hannah did Samuel. A lot of times, we need to learn how to give our kids back to God, give our marriages back to God, give our careers back to God. We try to control all these things, and sometimes, I don't think we do it on purpose, but we live in a world where we have been taught that we can control all these different things. Control your life, take control of this, take control of that. But we still have to realize at the end of the day, God is still our all in all, and we need Him. He doesn't need us. We need Him. We need Him, and we need to learn how to give everything that He's given us back to Him. So we got to really learn how to trust and believe, and we got to take the limits off of God, because there are no limits. There are no limits. We're expecting Him to come one way. He's coming a totally different way. A totally different way than what you expect. You might be, looking at your bills, trying to calculate, add it up, figure out how you're going to pay this or pay that, and you're expecting your job to be the one to get you out of that. No. Your job is just a resource, but it is not the source. God is the source. God is the source. And we have to start learning how to retrain our minds to think that way. We got to get rid of this worldly thinking, because the world will have us thinking that we can do all of these things, that we are so important, and that we are so all-knowing, and if we know the right people, and if we're in the right crowd, we can do all of these things through all these worldly networking. And that is not true. Everything we have and own, we need a touch from God to make it work the way it should. Everything. And we can't get there until we just make a decision just to surrender our all and all and all to Him. And He is waiting. He's waiting for us. He's waiting for us to take the limits off of Him, so He can be who He is, which is our all in all. He is the author and the finisher of our faith. So until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord.